3, 2, 1.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called into this reading in particular, mystery reading number 1176. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work, and you would like to help support it, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting the subscribe button down below, and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. And if you do feel called to subscribe and stick around, welcome, and thank you very much for your support, as well as your presence during this reading. Right now, I'm feeling connected to a song where the lyrics go 705 Sunset Drive. I don't know what song it is, but maybe you do, and that song can have some significance for you, or just the number 705, the phrase Sunset Drive. Anything about that could resonate for you, but it also doesn't have to resonate for you at all. So if it doesn't resonate, don't worry about it, because it might just be meant for somebody else. Jumping into interpreting 1176, the two ones here are about having trust and faith, and this could be in yourself, the universe, another person, some situation. Having a little more trust and a little more faith in one way or another might be helpful for you, especially if there really is a significant relationship or situation here, because I just saw the number 222, which could be about connections. And it doesn't have to be a connection with a person. Like I said, it could be just about a situation in general too. A situation where you're kind of getting the shit end of the stick, you know? Something here isn't fair, or something just doesn't feel right. The number 2 can also encourage you, or be confirmation for you, to be very mindful and intentional with your decisions. Make sure you are protecting your peace, and you are investing in people and other things that truly do mean the most to you, whether you're investing with your time, your attention, your money, other resources. This number can be a call for you to be wise about how you choose to express and invest yourself, just how you choose to show up in general. The number 7 in 1176, just now seeing the number 345 on the timer, which is a sign of trust that everything happens for a reason. My goodness. The number 7, well, I do think that you are learning something for a reason, becoming wiser, more aware, more awake, more spiritually connected, in tune for a reason, because the number 7 is all about lessons, growing personally, spiritually, and the number 345 about trusting that everything happens for a reason. There's something significant here for you to learn, to wake up to, that will help you have more trust and faith in yourself, and maybe even whatever higher power you believe in, or that you might be curious about. The number 6 is encouragement for you to make sure you're loving yourself, caring for yourself, and respecting yourself. Right now, and always in ways that you deserve. It is discouragement to hate yourself, to be self-destructive, to neglect yourself, whether it's your needs or just your desires or who you are. This is a call for you to love yourself and to choose to have a healthy relationship with yourself, because you deserve it. In this fight between hate and love, war and peace, is so much bigger than you. It's so much bigger than all of us. Adding up these numbers, 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 7 is 9, and 9 plus 6 is 15. And I do have a couple of messages for this number 15 here. Every time I talk about the number 15, it makes me think about the Devil card in Tarot, because that card has the number 15 on it if you didn't already know. And the Devil is all about feeling bound or chained or trapped in some way, or like some sort of slave to a situation, a relationship, your own desires, your own emotions. Just really feeling out of control and stuck at the same time. Yeah. There could be a massive opportunity here for somebody to have more self-control, and I want to say self-respect, to have more love and care for yourself, which really transitions nicely into the other message that I typically have with this number, because 1 plus 5 is 6. And we already talked about how the number 6 is about self-love, discouraging you from self-hate, knowing that you deserve to have a healthy relationship with yourself, you deserve to have a healthy relationship with those around you, and you deserve to inspire others to do the same. I often say this, and I'll say it again, we will always have an impact and influence on each other because of how deeply connected we all are. We don't have exactly the same experiences, but we all experience the same range of emotions. We all have an intuition. We all have a soul. That's what I believe anyway. This is really making me think of the idea of animism, which I believe is a very, very, very old idea, like thousands of years old. You can look into that if you feel called to, but from what I remember, it's about seeing the spirit in everything, in everyone, the light in everything, in everyone. And when I say seeing the spirit, I don't mean just seeing the good. Like, I mean like a spiritual imprint or impression, like almost like when you think of apparitions, but it can also be for objects too. You know, like, it's kind of hard to describe. Just if you feel called to look into that sort of thing, this is your confirmation. But there could also be ancestors from thousands of years ago coming through in this reading for you to remember who you are. It almost feels like past lives type of thing, and who you have become over thousands of years. It's like there's a call here to reflect on humanity, human civilization, religion, history, psychology. It's really understanding people over time. For me personally, I have a craving for this sort of knowledge, this sort of wisdom, if that's what you want to call it, since we did talk about the number 7. Maybe you do too. And if you do, I think you feel called to learn these things for a reason, to be more curious about these things for a reason, because I do believe that collectively we all have a sense of nostalgia for a time when things were easier and more equal to me, it seems like we're more peaceful and egalitarian. But then a certain group of people came in and that changed everything. But we don't know everything about history, really, especially because recorded history does not go as far back as I'm talking about. I mean, not intentionally anyway, because I know like we can find cave drawings and stuff like that, but I just hope you understand what I'm saying. Let's go ahead and add up this number. Didn't we do that? 1 plus 1 is 2. Yeah, I was talking about the number 15 and the number 6. I think I got confused a little bit because I was thinking about the number 6 and I thought that I was on the number 6 in 1176. So, yeah, this number overall has encouraged you to have more trust and more faith, to take an opportunity to learn, to grow, to become more awake and spiritually connected. I want to say grounded too, and in tune. And I just saw a sign to trust that everything happens for a reason with the number 1, 2, 3. The number 1, 2, 3, 4 might be significant for you. Maybe that reading in the future of mine may be important for you. But it's very clear that self-love is a pretty big topic here, and there really may need to be something that you need to free yourself from. So there are lots of cards on the table. We have the Secrets of Tarot cards, a box of cards here that I made and wrote on what things that I just felt called to write. And it's the same thing with these index cards over here. I am going to start off with a tarot card and see what else there is to say for you, especially in relation to 1176 here. Again, just saw another sign about a situation. I think I already mentioned it, but a situation where, yeah, because I think I did see 222 before, that really needs your attention, really needs you to protect yourself in some way. But the card that I have here is the Page of Wands. There's quite a few things written on it. I wrote things like vision, idea, creativity, spark, energy, new. Also, the zodiac signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, and the element of fire. The artist of this deck wrote young woman to 25 years. That doesn't have to resonate for you, but it could be extra confirmation whoever it does resonate for. And it also says travel over land. I'm also feeling connected to the idea of traveling abroad. And I am feeling connected to that for a reason, because I saw the number 345 on the timer just now. So if you do feel called to travel abroad, this is your confirmation, I suppose. The Page of Wands here represents somebody who really has an idea here, and they have a lot of faith and hope and passion. And this could represent somebody who is inexperienced, like you're trying something new, but you're excited about it. You have a lot of mental energy when you think about it, and you're just hopeful, and you're really feeling the fire, the passion for a reason. So I saw the number 432 in the timer. Another sign to trust everything happens for a reason there. I just feel like you have your eyes set on something, some sort of idea that you want to act on. And it feels like a good idea because this Page of Wands isn't in reverse. You're not trying to, maybe you are trying to escape a situation, but it's not the fear that is driving you It's not escapism. It's not running away from your problems. It's trying to find a solution for them. And it does feel like you have some sort of good idea here. This could also be connected to your inner child. Maybe this could be a childhood dream, or just something you've wanted for a really long time since you were a child. It doesn't have to connect to your inner child, but it could. The next card, oh, this is a really awesome card to get. It does have two sides on it. The first side says APR, which is short for the month of April. So maybe the month of April could be significant for you, or whatever season is going on when April happens for you. Maybe that season could be significant for you. For me, it's spring, so there could be even more confirmation for somebody based on the idea of alignment. But, like I've been saying, it doesn't have to resonate in that way. I also felt connected to the idea of ark. A pretty biblical, like Noah's Ark, as well as David dancing in relation to some sort of ark. But it could also be more technical. Like maybe you want to check out the specifications on some sort of tech that you have, and it might be important to do that, especially if you are into protecting your privacy. But it could be for other reasons too. The other side of this card is song lyrics with the number 25 on it. 2 + 5 is 7. Confirming here the idea to learn, to become wiser, more aware, more awake, and more spiritually connected, which honestly does make sense. The spiritual connection and this fire here, you could be feeling really inspired right now. And the song on this card is a really awesome song. It's the song Finish Line by Skillet. Maybe you could listen to it to hype you up. But it says, heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive even if we crawl to the finish line. This is kind of giving the feeling of win at all costs, but it's not in a way that's selfish. It's in a way where somebody is determined. And I'm really, really happy that you are feeling, or you could be feeling, you have the opportunity to just really feel this victorious energy, being on a path that you know is going to work. Let's finish up this reading by drawing out one of these index cards. And the one that I pulled says home. Maybe what you're trying to escape right now or overcome is something at home. And I really, really don't want you to give up, because like I said about self-love and self-hate, this is bigger than you. If you have a more safe and secure and comfortable home, you have the opportunity, you will have the opportunity to at least encourage others to create the same for themselves, or maybe even to provide this for somebody else. Maybe you feel called to connect to your root chakra or your ancestors, which I think is interesting because we did talk before about ancestors from thousands of years ago. When I say that this is bigger than you, whatever you are doing is absolutely bigger than you. I'm really, really feeling that. Overall, this reading has encouraged you to have more trust, more faith, or to just vibe in the trust and faith that you might already be feeling. There's also something here about learning and growing practically or spiritually. And it really does feel like loving yourself through whatever process you're going through is the best thing that you can do for yourself, especially if you are trying to free yourself from an unhealthy or just toxic, unfair situation. The cards on the table are showing me somebody who is feeling very inspired, hopeful, motivated, just mentally ready for something, to feel like a winner, to reach some sort of finish line. And it feels like it does have something to do with home here.